disciples get in the boat and go on ahead to the other side while he dismissed the people.
With the crowd dispersed, he climbed the mountain so he could be by himself and pray.
Mountain so he could be by himself and pray.
Mountain so he could be by himself. Mountain so he could be by himself and pray.
He stayed there alone, late into the night.
Meanwhile, the boat was far out to sea when the wind came up against them, and they were battered by the waves.
At about 4 o'clock in the morning, Jesus came toward them walking on the water.
Walking on the water. Jesus came toward them walking on the water. They were scared out of their wits. A ghost, they cried out in terror, but Jesus was quick to comfort them.
But Jesus was quick to comfort them. Courage, it's me. Don't be afraid. Peter, suddenly bold, said, Master, if it's really you, call me to come to you on the water.
Peter, suddenly bold, said, Master, if it is really you, call me to come to the water.
Peter, suddenly bold, said, Master, if it's really you, call me to come to you on the water.
He said, Come ahead. Jumping out of the boat, Peter walked on the water to Jesus, but when he looked down at the waves turning beneath his feet, he lost his nerve and started to sink.
Jumping out of the boat, Peter walked on water to Jesus. But when he looked down at the waves beneath his feet, he lost his nerve and started to sink. He cried, Master, save me. Jesus didn't hesitate. He reached down and grabbed his hand.
Jesus didn't hesitate.
Save me. Jesus didn't hesitate. He reached down and grabbed his hand. Then he said, Faint heart, what got into you?
The two of them climbed into the boat and the wind died down.
And the wind died down.
The two of them climbed into the boat and the wind died down.
The disciples in the boat, having watched the whole thing, worshiped Jesus, saying,
This is it. You are God's son for sure.
This is it. You are the Son of God for sure.
This is it. You are God's son for sure.
This is it. You are God's son for sure.
This is the stuff that drives me crazy. This is the stuff that's getting to me lately. In the middle of my little mess, I forget how big I'm blessed. This is the stuff that gets under my skin, but I've gotta trust. You know exactly what you're doing might not be what I would choose, but this is the stuff you use.
Initiative is stepping up to a challenge and accomplishing something you didn't think you could do.
To me, initiative is to just step out and do new things and don't let other people hold you back.
Helping others when other people won't because they're scared of what other people will think.
Initiative is the act of stepping out of your comfort zone and doing what you don't think that you can do.
To me, initiative means to take action and to step up to the plate.
Initiative to me is showing leadership or taking charge.
What it is to me is when you work for something and when you really step out of your comfort zone and you believe in yourself and you pull yourself through it with your courage and knowing that you're doing the right thing.
Okay, what I think initiative is being able to go up to somebody and be able to talk freely about Jesus to them.
My idea of initiative is someone doing something without being told.
I think initiative is when someone takes charge in situations where someone needs to take charge, kind of like someone who's a leader.
I believe initiative is to take charge of something.
To take initiative is to take control the way that you want and think is best.
Alright, I think it means that like when you do something without having to be told to, is when you take initiative.
Like for me in my life, I have to take initiative to do my homework by myself every day since I am on homebound.
And you can take initiative by a job. You can take initiative by helping in the church, like cleaning up something without being told and helping around.
And there's this kid in my class that is atheist, and I've just been having a lot of trouble with getting the guts to talk to him about Jesus.
I take initiative by being involved in our student leadership team and planning events for our youth and helping our community.
The way I've shown initiative is being my Eagle Scout and helping out other churches.
In my life, I've taken a leadership role in many different situations, and in that role, I have had the opportunity to take people who maybe not know each other and might be shy around each other. And since I'm not shy, I've had the opportunity to take the initiative to help them become more comfortable around each other.
A time when I took an initiative was back in December when I spoke at the congregational meeting. Even though it was a little intimidating, I felt like I had to stand up and say something because I was fighting for something that I truly believed in.